Hello everyone, welcome to Bahay Aralan. For this video, we will be talking about the future perfect tense of verbs. The future perfect tense of the verb is formed by using will have plus its past participle form. Will have is used for both singular and plural subjects. Let's have some examples of the verbs and their future perfect forms. Let's have the verb call. Its future perfect tense is will have called. Make. Its future perfect tense is will have made. Swim. Its future perfect tense is will have swum. Scrub. Its future perfect tense is will have scrubbed. And put. Its future perfect tense is will have put. Now, when do we use the future perfect tense of verbs? The future perfect tense is used for actions that will be completed before some other point in the future. In other words, this action or activity is expected to be over or done before a specific time in the future comes. Okay? The verbs in this form are often used with time expressions to show a specified point in the future, like before, by the time, when, and at. Let us have an example. Kurt will have left the house before 7 o'clock. So, by using this graph, this arrow here represents the action of leaving the house. And this line here represents 7 o'clock. Meaning, if you plan to visit Kurt in his house, you should go there before 7 o'clock so that you can still see him. Okay? And that is why the future perfect form of the verb will have left is used in this sentence. Another example. Chris will have cleaned the venue before the start of the party. To show this in this graph, cleaning the venue is the action that Chris is expected to do in the future. And before the start of the party is when Chris is expected to have done it. Right? In other words, if you arrive at the venue on time, you will no longer see Chris cleaning there because it is expected that he is already done by that time. Okay? And the future perfect tense of this verb is will have cleaned. Is it clear? Now, you should take note that in the previous examples, there is only one verb or action in each sentence. Will have left for the first sentence and will have cleaned for the second sentence. How about for sentences with two verbs or actions? Let us have a few examples. Vic will have jogged 3 kilometers by the time he reaches the plaza. As you can see, there are two verbs here, will have jogged and reaches. In this case, the first action that is expected to be completed before a specific point in the future should only be the verb that uses the future perfect tense, like will have jogged, while the second verb in the clause that expresses a certain point in the future should only be in the simple present tense, just like reaches. Is it clear? Another one. I will have eaten when you picked me up. The verbs in the sentence are will have eaten and pick up. Will have eaten is in the future perfect tense because it is the first action that is expected to be completed before a certain time in the future. And in the graph, it is represented by this arrow, while the verb pick up is in the simple present tense. And it has to be represented by this marker. Easy, isn't it? Now let us have an activity. What you need to do is give the correct form of the verb or verbs in each sentence. First one. This meat spoil by the time the cookout start. There are two verbs in this sentence. Let us have the verb spoil first. Since this is the action in the event that is expected to happen before a certain point in the future, it has to take the future perfect tense. So the answer should be will have spoiled. Now let us have start. Since this is the verb in the group of words that tells the specified point in the future, it has to take the simple present tense. So it should be starts because cookout is singular. Okay? Next. I read 5 books by the end of the month. The verb in this sentence is read. What should be the correct form of this verb? It should be in the future perfect tense. We'll have read, meaning you expect yourself to have read 5 books when the end of the month comes. Is it clear? Another one. The fire destroy the entire house before the firemen arrive. There are 2 verbs here, destroy and arrive. The verb in the event that is expected to have been completed in the future should take the future perfect form. So it should be will have destroyed. And the other verb in the clause that tells that point in the future should take the present tense. So it should be arrive because firemen is plural or more than one. Next. When the exhibition finished, more than 100,000 people witnessed it. Again, there are 2 verbs in the sentence. Which do you think should take the future perfect form? It should be the verb witness. Why? Because if you analyze it, it is the action in the event that is expected to have been done before a certain point in the future comes. Right? So, witness will now become will have witnessed. And the verb finish has to take the simple present tense. So it should be finishes, since exhibition is singular. Is it clear? Last one. I answer my assignment before the next class. So the answer should be will have answered. It should be in the future perfect tense because it is the action that is expected to be completed before a certain point in the future comes, which is, in this example, the next class. Is it understood? That said, that would be all. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.